come onto your back, bring your feet together, knees out, and then just stack your hands onto your heart and close your eyes. And just begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Just softening into the space. So this week is kind of an interesting week. I started my outdoor classes in my backyard. So that's exciting. If anyone's interested, just send me your email and I'll add you to that list. And I started to think about what that felt like, what that meant to me, because last spring that was such a source of joy to have, in summer to have those classes. And then I started to think about how this is our last week here in this physical space. So bring your knees together. I'm going to wait for Tony so I can finish my story with Tony on. So feet together, actually hip distance, knees a little bit apart. Let's just press into the feet and lift the hips and walk your arms underneath you. Interlace the hands, roll the shoulder blades towards each other. Just walk your feet back a touch so they're underneath the knees, Michelle. Yeah, good. So I was just finishing my story, Tony, but I paused so you could hear. So this is the first week that I started my outdoor classes in my backyard. So my home studio, that was such a source of solace and joy for me over these the spring, summer, and fall in 2020. And then at the same time, the same week, we're leaving this space, this powerful space that I've taught in as part of my community for 7 years. Slowly lower all of that down. Draw your knees into your chest and float your knees over to the right. Arms in a T, head to the left. And we've all lost a lot over this last time. And for me, this will be the final physical yoga space that I have taught at over the last 15 years that's leaving me. That I'm leaving. So I started to think about what all of that meant in terms of feeling grounded, feeling a sense of home. Draw your knees back to center and over to the other side. Change your gaze. I found this poem it's actually anonymously written. And it says, where we love is home. Home that our feet may leave, but not our heart. So the combination of teaching now again in my own home and leaving other places that feel like home, I started to think about what is home. And that's one of the many things that this practice offers us, because on the mat is home. You can roll out your mat anywhere and be home. Draw your knees back to center, interlace the hands behind your head, keep the knees in tight. We're gonna do some bicycle curls. So keep the left knee up, bring the right elbow to left knee, straighten the right leg. Inhale back to center, exhale across, left elbow to right knee. Inhale back, exhale across, and inhale it back, exhale across. So on the mat today, in your body, allow it to be home. So just like when we come home, we relax, we take off our shoes, we get comfortable, we feel safe, we feel secure, we feel relaxed. We have that opportunity in our bodies. So let's treat our bodies like home today. Let's be nurturing and kind. We don't need to work our butts off if we don't want to, if we're not feeling it, right? Sometimes we have those dishes in the sink and we just kind of look at them and say, tomorrow, right? I'm gonna watch Netflix. And maybe it's watching Netflix kind of a day in the body. Maybe it's I'm gonna get my whole garden squared away type of day. But both of those are okay. And anything in between is okay because it's home. Couple more. Really want to start to feel that burning in the obliques. A little burning, not too much. And then draw your knees into your chest. And let's just circle the knees. So you're gonna bring the knees out to the side and then back. So just a little stretching through the adductors. And then draw the knees back in, rock and roll until you find your way all the way onto your hands and knees. A nice opportunity to just massage out the spine as you go. Coming onto the hands and knees. Good. As you inhale, we're gonna arch the spine. As you exhale, we're gonna curl and round, let the head hang. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward. Exhale, round. So sometimes in home, we have little like creatures that visit us. So why not here at the studio? I'm just gonna take this little creature and bring him outside. So keep cat counting for me just for a second. Come on, dude. I don't want to smush you. I really don't. He's my, okay. Okay, got him. Got him. Okay. Sorry about that. Come back to neutral spine. And let's bring the right arm out to the right. And slide the right arm underneath so your right shoulder comes down. Left hand can stay planted or can reach up to the sky or it can wrap. You decide. Left shoulder towards the sky. Good. Come on back up onto your hands and knees. Left arm's gonna reach out to the left, Exhale, float that arm underneath. Let's come onto the shoulder. Head comes down, right arm reaches up if you want. You can wrap if you want. You can stay down if you want. Hey, it's your house. You make the rules. And I'm kind of, joking about this, but in all seriousness, being able to feel at home in your body is such a gift. Come back onto your hands and knees. Arch your spine as you inhale, and then as you round and exhale, find downward dog. Like most people walk around and they are not connected to their bodies at all. They're completely detached from their body. And as a result, they miss all kinds of information about their health and wellness, their mindfulness, all of that just flies out the window. We know people like that, right? Who just have no awareness of their body. So take a moment and thank yourself for being home. Roll forward to plank. Let's come into that high plank. Squeeze your inner thighs towards your midline. Even squeeze your ankles towards your midline. Good. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way to the mat. If you find a little baby inhale, bring your hands to the floor, roll the shoulder blades together, lift the chest. Exhale, lower that all the way down. Inhale, come a little higher. So feel free to come as high as you want into towards a high cobra. Good, just let those shoulders relax and then roll it back, downward dog. Let's walk the feet towards the hands, finding your way into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Letting the head hang, bending the knees, letting the chest line on your thighs. And then we're gonna slowly roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. And bring your hands to your heart once you get there and close your eyes. And soften into your home. Notice the grounding of the feet. Take a moment of gratitude for arriving here at your home on your mat. And then bring your arms around and up. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to forward fold. Good. Inhale, we're going to find our flat back. Exhale, we're going to float back through our plank, chaturanga. Inhale, flat or high cobra, sorry. Exhale, come on back, downward dog. So something that's been part of my practice over the last year is letting go of those physical spaces. But that's not really what home is. That's not really what your sangha, your community is. That comes wherever you go, right? We can create that wherever we are. Roll out our mat, practice with others, and there we are. It's a gift. Inhale high on the toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, find your flat back here. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we're going to sit into chair, Waguespack. So as we move through some of these extraordinarily familiar poses, recognize that they are home. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back here, so lengthen. Exhale moves us through plank, chaturanga. So just like home, we could decide, I don't feel like doing that today. We can decide that same thing here on our mat. Inhale. Right, exhale, back, downward dog. Plant the left foot, step the right foot forward, warrior one. So bring the arms up, ground into the back heel and big toe, bend into the front knee. Here we are, warrior one. Exhale, hands come all the way to the mat. Find your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. Good. Plant the right foot, step the left foot forward. We're going to find warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Bending into that front knee, pressing into the back heel and big toe. Softening into your body, into your mat, into your home. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. Inhale, hand on the toes, and exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, head hangs. Inhale, Waguespack. Sit into that chair, pressing into the heels, softening the shoulders. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold again. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we'll flow through our Vinyasa. Or skip it, right? It's your house, it's your body, you decide. Doesn't matter where you are, you're home. Right leg's gonna lift nice and high, so inhale it up. As you exhale, bend it, draw the knee toward your nose, shift forward, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. Inhale, we're gonna reach those arms all the way up to the sky, soften the shoulders. Good. As you exhale, let's bring the hands behind the back, thread the fingers together, roll the shoulder blades together, lift the arms back. Breathe here. Getting into the chest a little bit. And as you exhale, hands are gonna come to the heart. Let's twist. Use the breath here, doesn't matter if it's an inhale or an exhale. Just breathe. The breath helps us stay home too, right? It helps us relax and nurture ourselves no matter what is happening outside. If you can, if you want to, you're going to curl the back toes under and lift that back leg. So squeeze the left buttock. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, hands are going to come to the mat. Inhale, we're going to meet in our plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you'd like. Inhale, high cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, we're going to roll it back down and down. Left leg, inhale, nice and high. Exhale, knees going to draw towards the nose, shift forward, step the foot in between your hands, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Soften the shoulders, squeeze through the right buttocks, belly draws in. And then we're going to bring those hands behind the back. Let's try the alternate threading of the hands. Roll the shoulder blades towards each other. Stretch the arm back. 2 more breaths. Good. We're going to bring the hands to the heart. We're going to twist right elbow outside left knee, looking up to the sky, bringing it out. And then if you want to, curl those back toes under and lift the back knee, squeezing the buttocks. Good. Exhale, set the hands to the mat. Inhale, brings you to plank. You decide, it's your house. What do you want to do now? What's going to serve you? Inhale. And exhale it back. Beautiful, nice. Nice. Soften the shoulders. Good. Pressing back towards those heels. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, knees bend, hop, step, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, we're going to find our flat back here. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, sit into Utkatasana chair. Look for those heels to ground down. And then we're going to come to Ardha Utkatasana. So chest is going to come to the sides. We're going to reach the arms forward, pressing back into those heels a little more. And then set your hands down and walk the feet nice and wide. We're going to come into Malasana, right? Our grounding pose. We're really grounded into the earth, maybe even connect to your pelvic floor. You are home. So you decide, staying here if you want to play with Bakasana. That's an option. So knees come towards the armpits, shift the weight forward, bring the head forward, and explore. Okay? It's just you and your body in your home. So what feels right today? Good. And we're going to meet in downward dog. So however you want to get there works for me. Moving through. Good. Okay, plant the left foot, step the right foot forward. Let's find warrior one as you inhale, float the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, we're going to move right to warrior two. So shift the front heel to line up with the back heel or arch. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. So you're really lifting through that inner arch. Right forearm is going to come to the thigh. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky. Just stay here for a moment. And then we're going to float that arm over the ear if you feel comfortable. Right? It's your house, so what feels good? What is it? My house, my rules? Here you go. It's your rules today. If you want to try a little more, feel free to wrap that left arm around behind you, half bind. You're still looking for more, right arm can reach forward. We're gonna be here 3 more breaths. If you wanna do your full bind, that's fine too. 2 more breaths here. Okay, as you exhale, set both hands down inside your right foot. You're gonna lift off the left heel. So we're setting up for our first lizard of the day. So you might wanna drop the back knee for this one. If you wanna come onto your forearms, that's up to you. Let the right knee squeeze in towards the shoulder. Good, 2 more breaths here. And then press up into the hands. Curl the back toes and lift the back knee. So squeeze the buttocks. Right arm's gonna reach up to the sky. So here we are, we're in our twist. But we're gonna squeeze the inner thighs towards each other and we're gonna lift and reach the left arm forward and the right arm back. And then from here, hands to the heart, let's twist. So we're back where we were before. Took a little bit of a journey to get there. So we're in that twist. If you want more, if you feel ready, you're gonna separate the arms. If you don't, all good. You wanna do a half bind, full bind, whatever's gonna serve you in your body, in your breath, in your home. Exhale, hands come to the mat. We're gonna meet in downward dog, so you decide your path to get there. Use the breath and find your way. Beautiful. For me, I think downward dog is kind of the epitome of home on the mat, right? We spend a lot of time here. At the beginning, it's challenging, but then as we move through practice, downward dog almost starts to feel like a resting pose. It feels comfortable, it feels safe. Has a lot of healing properties. Plant the right foot, step the left foot forward, warrior one, inhale the arms up. Good. As you exhale, we're gonna move right to warrior 2, press into the outer edge of the back foot, lift through the inner arch. Knee moves out towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Good. Let's bring left forearm to left thigh. Float the right arm up to the sky. So it starts here and just reaching. Then we're gonna bring it over the ear, maybe. Getting nice and long. And then we decide, right? Maybe we keep it here. Maybe we feel like wrapping that top arm around for half. Maybe that bottom arm reaches forward, or there's a bind. We're gonna be back here again, so you'll have a chance to bind if you're not right now. 2 more breaths. Let's exhale, both hands come inside your left foot. Lift off your back heel. Maybe drop your back knee all the way to the mat and flatten the foot. From here, if you want to, you're coming onto those forearms. Keep the knee moved in towards the shoulder, breathe. First lizard on this side. We're getting deeper into it. Good, we're gonna press into the hands and curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up to the sky. So here we are, twist. You got it. It's all about establishing that grounding, right? That foundation, because once we have that, everything else falls into place, right? When we feel safe at home, everything else feels like it's gonna be okay. So roll your inner thighs towards each other, draw the navel to the spine and reach the right arm forward, left arm back. Look over that back shoulder. Front knee is bending, good. Back legs working towards straightening, nice job, ladies. And then hands are gonna come to the heart. We're gonna twist. So you decide from here what's next. What's going to serve you in your home base right now? You want to stay here, if you want to separate, if you want to work in towards the binds. Just a couple more breaths here. And then we'll exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, moves you through to plank if you'd like. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, find your way back, downward dog. Let's take a couple breaths here. So if you need a rest, feel free to take it. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back here. Exhale, forward fold, let the head go. Inhale, we're gonna sit into Utkatasana, so press back into the heels. As you exhale, we're gonna find Ardha Utkatasana again. So chest to the thighs, arms reach forward. We're coming back into those heels a little bit more. Good, Tal, just gaze, leap goes with the arms. So looking forward in front of you. And then set the hands to the mat. We're coming back to Malasana, wide-legged squat. So you want your feet grounded. They can be as wide as you need them to be to bring those heels down to the floor. Good. And we're just gonna play a little bit today with bringing the arms underneath the knees and hands out to the side, okay? Now, you can roll a little bit of your weight into your hands, kind of back and forth from feet to hands. This is just an opportunity to start to open those muscles of the anterior deltoid, so no pressure. Right, you're home, no worries. Good. Unwrap that, bring your hands back. If you want to try Bakasana again, feel free. If you want to add something to the Bakasana, you can cross your ankles, all right? And then try the other cross. So either you're in Malasana, do side bending, or you can play with Bakasana and cross the ankles, right? Let's see what that's like. Good. Good out. Guys are rock stars. Good job. All right, we're meaning downward dog. Excellent. Good, nice, Erica. Let's jump back. Okay, right leg's gonna lift. Bring it nice and high. Exhale, knees gonna draw to the nose. Shift forward, step the foot in between the hands. Squeezing, rolling into those inner thighs. And then draw the navel back and lift the arms. We're coming into high crescent lunge. Good. So bring your focus into the right leg. Draw the navel back and up, and then we're gonna hug the left knee up into the chest. So if you need to bring the hands down, go ahead. If you don't, then don't. Right hand's gonna come to the left knee or to the outside of the foot. Left arm's gonna come behind. So you're either doing this with a bent knee or a straight leg. We'll draw the gaze back forward. We'll shoot the leg behind us. We're gonna come into a half moon. So right hand is gonna find its way all the way down to the floor. If you need a standing split first, that's fine. You're feeling a little wiggly, all good, it's okay. I definitely wiggled my way down there today. Good. Just move your arm a little bit more towards this post. Yep, perfect. Good. And then bring the top hand down. We're gonna come into a standing split. So let the head shake out. Keep the lifted inner thigh rolling towards the standing one. Flex that lifted foot, yep. And then set the right foot 3 feet behind, and we're gonna fold over the right leg. So just fold over, Parsvottanasana. Looking to access the hamstrings, the glutes. Just soften here, you're home, right? So just breathe and soften. And here we're gonna move into Revolve Triangle. So left hand can stay either on the inside or outside of the right foot. We're gonna drop the left hip down and float the right arm up to the sky. Good, exhale, float the right hand down. We're gonna actually walk wide-legged onto the mat. You're gonna walk horizontally, parallel your feet, and fold into your Prasarita. Breathe here. So when we're home, we can just let go of any expectations we have. Approach this practice with the same kindness and care that you approach things in your home, right? We take care of our things that we care about. Maybe it's other people, pets, or items that we care about. We should do the same for our bodies. We're gonna walk all the way to in the hands on either side of the left foot. So you're gonna be facing away from the front of the room. Lift off your right heel. And you're gonna find your way up into your high crescent lunge. So come all the way up. Good, bending into that front knee. When you're ready, focus your energy into the left leg and float the right knee up into your chest. And the left hand will come to right knee or to the outside of the foot. You decide. Right arm reaches behind, gaze over that back shoulder. Breathe in here. Good. Start to draw your gaze forward. Start to float the leg back behind you. We're going to transition into that half moon, but if you need a standing split first, that's okay. Left hand down, right arm up. Lift that right leg nice and high. So when we're experiencing these poses that we know, right? Our body knows these. You can enjoy that feeling of home. Top hand's gonna come down. We'll find ourselves in a standing split. Let's stay for a few moments. Keep the lifted inner thigh rolling towards the standing one. Shaking out the head. And then bend the left knee, step the right foot behind you about 3 feet, fold over that front leg, Parsvottanasana. So both feet want to be grounded here. That's how you find the stability. Letting the head hang. Then we'll come into Revolve Triangle. So right hand comes down to the inside or outside of the left foot. The right hip's gonna drop down as the left arm reaches up to the sky. Good, exhale, look down. We're actually gonna come up this time. So come up, bring your hands to your hips, parallel your feet. We're going back to Prasarita, but I want us to clasp the hands together behind the back. So roll your shoulder blades together, lift the chest up, reach the arms back, look up to the sky, and then we're gonna forward fold. Letting those arms come off the back if you can, shaking out the head. And 3 more breaths here. Release the hands down and walk them forward. So you're going to stretch them out. So just stay in your Prasarita a little longer. Walk those arms forward. And walk the hands back and continue. Turn the palms the other way. Walk the fingers behind you. And walk the hands back and bring them forward to turn your left foot to face the front, or sorry, right foot to face the front. One hand on either side of the right foot. And we're gonna move to Vinyasa if you'd like. So make your way through. Beautiful, Michelle. Exhale it back. Okay, let's plant the left foot, step the right foot forward, warrior one, inhale. As you exhale, we're moving to warrior two, so open it up. Okay, side angle again. So right forearm to right side, left arm reaches up, but this time if you can bind, any version of a bind, give it a try. If that feels like home, any version that feels like home. Good, just let that top shoulder open a little more, beautiful. Good, one day I'll be able to adjust people again. I can't wait. Okay, so in whatever version of bind you are, you can always back off, right? This is your house, this is your home. But what we're gonna aspire towards or work towards is down lizard. So you're gonna shift everything forward like we did last time, but maybe hold on to some version of your bind. Either a half. Now, if you're half down, the right arm's gonna come to the outside of the right foot, okay? That's where we're going with that. Or you're keeping the bind. Just a couple more breaths here. And then in whatever version you're in, we're gonna drop that back knee down. And then from here, it's really up to you. You can stay here, you can work towards straightening. So that's where I was going with this. But my right leg doesn't wanna fully straighten today. So I certainly wouldn't expect if anyone else's may not want to today, so. We're going towards the bound half Hanuman. And again, you can do it without the full bind. You can go back and forth too. That feels nice for me on my right leg, which is a little stiffer these days. Good. And then release all of that out. We're gonna meet in downward dog. So you decide, once again, how you get there. That feels like home. Okay, second side, plant the right foot, step the left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale. As you exhale, it's going to be warrior two, press into the outer edge of that back foot. Left forearm's going to come to left side, right arm's going to reach up. If you want to, you're looking for that bind this time, right? So whatever you've got, you can wrap halfway, full. If neither of those feel good, then don't, right? It's your house, it's your body. You do what works for you. Good, Renee. Nice, Maureen. Good. So top, you can look up to the sky. Like look up and, yep, there. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna try this transition into bound lizard. So you're gonna slowly swing off the back heel as you come forward. Remember, you can let go of the binds. Good. So Michelle, if you want to, bring the left hand to the outer edge of the foot. Nope, other left. So sorry, underneath the knee. This arm, gonna come. Yes, there we go. And then keep the other one up if that feels okay. Good, nice, Alice. Good, Erica. Beautiful. Good job, guys. Just another breath here, and then we're gonna drop that back knee. Yep. And when we're here, we can explore this bound half Hanuman in whatever version we want. And of course, you could always just get out of the bind altogether if you'd like as well. This side's a little more open for me, right? But in our house, we have like rooms that have a little bit of a, you know, the floor isn't exactly even, not everything is always even. It has little idiosyncrasies that we like about it. So we should hopefully be able to find that in the body as well. Okay, release out of wherever you are. Whew. Let's come to hands and knees. Good. And we're gonna come all the way onto the belly. So just bend your elbows, chest and chin to the mat, and then slide onto your belly. Chin comes into your chest. Hands are gonna stay underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, we're gonna lift the legs, and then the chest, and then the chin last. Good, squeeze. Good. Then bring the arms out like airplane wings. You got it. Let's stay here. Lift the heart a little more. 2 more breaths. All right, lower it all down right here to the mat. Just wiggle it out. Okay. Arms are going to reach forward now. Chin's going to tuck back into the chest. Palms face each other. As you inhale, lift the legs first. The legs lift, soften through the buttocks though, but lift the legs. Then lift the chest and arms. Then chin. And the arms are going to come out like airplane wings again. This time, interlace the hands behind your back. Roll the shoulder blades, lift the heart, reach back as if somebody's gently drawing your arms back. And lower all that down, left ear to the mat, wiggle it out. Beautiful. Let's come to a wide-legged child's pose now. So come back into child's pose. And then you're gonna sit back on your heels for a moment. So just come up and sit back on your heels. So what we've been building towards today is flying lizard. Anyone know what that is? No? All right, I'm gonna show you. So we're gonna end up in pigeon. That's always the nice payoff. So you can always skip flying lizard and go right to pigeon if you don't wanna go to flying lizard. So we're gonna move, we're gonna end up in a lizard with the arm underneath, right? And the back knee lifted. And I'm just showing this to you and then I'll walk you through it. So flying lizard, you lift the foot, so it's squeezing that arm, and then the other leg might lift, okay? That's what flying lizard is, but we're gonna start with regular lizard. So come into downward dog. I'll walk you through it. So it's sometimes easier to see where you're going before. Okay, right leg is gonna lift, inhale. Draw your knee towards your nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee to the mat. So first, Anjaneyasana, inhale, bring the arms up. Good, as you exhale, both hands are gonna come inside the front foot. So first step, right arm is gonna come underneath the knee and to the outside of the foot. So all this binding that we were doing was to open this part up, okay? Then we're gonna lift the back knee. So here we are in our setup for our flying lizard. You may choose to stay here. Oh, good. If you wanna try the next step, it's gonna be to lift the right foot up and try to bring it back inside, yep. Then you're bending the elbows like a chaturanga, and maybe that left leg lifts. So this is really challenging because you don't have anything to support that back leg with other than your hip flexors. You're so out. So don't worry if the back foot doesn't lift. Totally normal. All right, beautiful guys. So now walk the foot out and around and come into your pigeon. Let the head come down. So where we love is home. Home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. Home is where we decide home is. And for us yogis, the mat, our bodies can be our home. And in this ever-changing, unpredictable world, what a gift that is. So begin to make your way back to downward dog. Let's shake out the right leg. If you want to, you can stack the hip and even flip the dog if you'd like. Did a lot of little decent amount of back bending today, so you're warmed up for that if you'd like. And then come back around and we're gonna do the other side. So set the right foot down. We'll lift the left leg, inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee, draw to the nose, step the foot in between the hands, drop the back knee. Inhale, arms are gonna reach all the way up, so Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, bring the hands down inside the foot. So left arm is gonna wrap underneath the leg and the left hand is gonna come to the pinky toe side of the foot. Next step here, we're gonna curl the back toes under and lift the back knee. Then we are going to lift the left foot and bring it in towards us. And then maybe bend the elbows and come into that flying pigeon. Sorry, flying lizard. Flying lizard. Whenever you're ready, you're moving into your pigeon. Softening into the hips. So it's not just the physical body, but if you think of the mind like a house, like we have our rooms that we live in, and then we have the basement, right? The basement's where we store all that like junk that we really should get rid of, but we're not. Sometimes that clutter finds its way up into the living room, and maybe we don't want it to. So you begin to notice how we can treat the mind as our home, with honor, with compassion, respect. Just like we don't need to be attached to the physical space of a studio to be in our physical practice, we can let go of that stuff in the basement. We don't need it to come up and mess with our happy mind, our home in the mind, the living room. Three more breaths. Make your way back to downward dog. Shake out the left leg if you want to flip your dog, go ahead. And then we're gonna make our way, whenever you take your time if you're flipping, we're gonna make our way to seated. And come into seated staff, so straight legs, maybe pull the fleshy part away from your sitting bones. Maybe bring your arms up to the sky, soften the shoulders, draw the belly back. As you exhale, we're gonna forward fold here. Think about one line from head to tail. And inhale, come on up, bring your feet together, knees out to the side. We're gonna walk back into our Supta Baddha Konasana, where we started our practice. Bring your arms up and over your head this time. Let's clasp the alternate elbows. Relax into your home. And then bring your arms down by your side. Draw your knees up, plant your feet hip distance, and find one final back bend of your choice. So whatever you feel like. Good. Make your way down and draw your knees back into your chest. We'll float our way into a spinal twist. So whatever feels like home for you. So you bring your knees over to the right. You want to cross them. You want to straighten one. Whatever feels like home. That's your opportunity. And then draw your knees back and over to the other side and change your gaze. And then draw your knees back to center, and we're going to slowly lower the legs down to the floor. Coming into your rest. So home. When we move into the space in the mind, we can be home. So let go of the body, surrender that. Soften into the space in the mind. Notice if things from the basement are creeping up into the living room. Notice if that is of service to you. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And reach your arms all the way over your head. Stretch from your fingers to your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest. And slowly make your way onto your right side. And then find your way up to a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes. Thank you for sharing your home with me today. It's my honor and pleasure always to guide you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Namaste, namaste, everyone online. Thank you.